We use sentences all day, every day, but have you ever really stopped to think about what makes them, well, work? Turns out the single most powerful part of any sentence is the verb, and we're going to dive deep into why. So, really, what is it that gives a sentence its punch, its energy, its actual meaning? It's not the nouns, it's not the adjectives, though, yeah, they're important. The real powerhouse is the verb, and trust me, by the end of this, you're going to see it in a whole new light. Let's think of a sentence like a car. You can have the shiny paint job, the comfy seats, the cool wheels, but without an engine, what have you got? Just a box of metal that's not going anywhere. The verb, that's the engine. It's what gets the whole thing moving. So, what's the official definition? A verb is just a word that expresses one of three things: an action, a state of being, or an occurrence. Sounds simple, right? But inside that simple definition is the key to pretty much everything a sentence can do. And here we can see those three kinds of power in action. She runs fast, that's a clear action, you can picture it. He is happy, that verb is describes his state of being. And the glass broke, that tells us something happened, an occurrence. See? It's the same engine, just doing three totally different jobs. Okay, so we know what the engine does. Now let's get into how it does it. Just like a real engine, verbs have a few different modes of operation. We can basically group them into three main types, depending on the specific job they're doing in that moment. So you can basically split verbs into two big teams. On one side, you've got your action verbs. These are the workhorses, the doers. They're running, eating, thinking. You get the idea. On the other side, linking verbs. They don't really do anything at all. They just connect things. They're like a bridge in the sentence. And knowing the difference here, it's a game changer. Here's a perfect example. Take the sentence, he is a teacher. That little word isn't showing any action. It's basically acting like an equal sign. It connects he with more information about him, a teacher. It's totally essential, but it just states a fact. And then we've got our third mode, the helping verb. I like to think of these as the main verb's trusty sidekick. In she is reading, the main action, the hero, is reading. The helping verb is just swoops in to give it a boost, adding some extra detail, like telling us when the action is happening. Which brings us to one of the absolute coolest things about verbs, their ability to time travel. Seriously. Verbs are how we talk about what happened yesterday, what's happening this very second, and what's going to happen tomorrow. They are literally the sentence's time machine. So, how do they pull off this time travel trick? Well, they're total shapeshifters. Just look at this. They're constantly changing their form. Go becomes went. Eat becomes eating. This incredible ability to change is what gives them their power over time. And all those little changes allow us to communicate using the three main tenses. When we say she played, we know the action's over and done with. She plays tells us it's happening right now. And she will play, with that little helping verb will, tells us the action is still to come. Simple, right? But so powerful. Okay, so we've looked at the engine, the different modes, the time travel, but what happens if you just take the engine out? What's left of our sentence then? And this right here says it all. Look at the left. She very smart. It's just a jumble of words, right? It's flat, it's broken, it has zero power. But then you add one tiny linking verb, is, and boom, the sentence comes to life. But here's the next level. That linking verb is good, but a strong action verb, even better. Instead of saying she is smart, we can show it. She solves the puzzle. She dazzles the judges. Now that's the difference between a sentence that just works and one that really makes an impact. So here's the big takeaway. It doesn't matter what you call it. The engine, the powerhouse, or as this quote says, the very heart of the sentence. The verb is what gives our words life and meaning and motion. Think about it. This is the tool we use to describe our world, to share our big ideas, to connect with people. Understanding verbs isn't just about grammar, it's about understanding the core of communication itself. So the only question left is, now that you see its power, what are you going to power with it?